Hello everyone, Nimisha here from English from Sydney. Today we'll be discussing about one of the components of listening, which is not so important. This item is called highlight correct summary. And let's see how important that is by looking at the scoring distribution chart. All right, so highlight correct summaries over here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16th. This is the 16th important question in the exam. It carries a total of 2.8 marks out of 90, which is not a highly scoring component. You will be getting minimum 2 questions, maximum 3 questions, average of 2 questions. And out of the 2.8 marks, it will be shared with 2 modules. Some of the points are given to reading and some of the points are given to listening. 1.5 points is given to reading and 1.3 points is given to listening. Because in this particular task, highlight correct summary, what you do is you read paragraphs given to you and choose the paragraph which is matching to the audio that you're listening to. Let's have a look at it in detail. Okay, so here we have, these are all the components that you have in your listening module, which is divided into 2 sections, section 1 and section 2. Section 1 is only one task, summarize spoken text. Section 2, we have 7 different types of questions, multiple choice, multiple answer, fill in the blanks, highlight correct summary, multiple choice, single answer, select missing word, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. And regarding the importance of the items as well as the time management, I have already made detailed videos of them, so I don't want to repeat it over here again, not to waste your time. Please make sure you watch the other videos to have a better understanding. Now, just to give you a summary, out of all the 8 components of listening, only 4 of them are important. The most important one is write from dictation. Second important is summarize spoken text. Third important is highlight incorrect words. And the fourth important is fill in the blanks. After fill in the blanks comes your highlight correct summary, not so important. Now, this is one of the less important components. So in listening section 2, as we have already discussed in the other parts of the important parts of listening, the computer will not be allocating specific time for each question. The computer gives you total time for all of section 2. So in all of section 2, you could be getting a total of around 16 questions, which means 2 to 3 of every item. And for all the 16 questions together, the computer will give you around 28 minutes. You are supposed to divide the time among the questions based on the importance. So clearly, you should not be wasting time on the unimportant ones, which are multiple choice, multiple answer, highlight correct summary, multiple choice, single answer, and select missing word. These 4 questions are less scoring, so less important. So you need to do them as quickly as possible so you can utilize enough time for the important components, which are fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. So the best way to manage your time here is for the unimportant questions, specifically, I'm repeating again too many times so that it gets into your head, multiple choice, multiple answer, highlight correct summary, multiple choice single answer, and select missing word. These 4 questions are less important. So for these ones, it is better to choose your answer as soon as the audio is over or while you listen to the audio itself, because all these questions are audio based and the computer will not allow you to move to the next question until the audio is over. And all these 4 questions have multiple options given to you, so you don't have to type anything, you don't have to speak anything. So you just need to select one out of the choices given, which is not that time consuming. So all you have to do is click on the correct answer while you listen to the audio itself and move on to the next question as soon as the audio is over. Because anyway, the computer will not let you move to the next question unless the audio is over. So you have to keep on waiting there. So the best way to save your time is choose the answer while the audio is playing itself and move on to the next question as soon as the audio is over. Not for every parts of section 2, only for the unimportant ones. Again, multiple choice, multiple, highlight correct summary, multiple choice single, and select missing word. Choose the answer when the audio is playing itself or as soon as the audio is over. Because if you waste too much time after the audio in these ones, then you will not be getting enough time for your fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. Because in section 2, you don't have separate time for each question. You have consolidated time for all the questions together, around 28 minutes. So we are dividing it based on the importance of the question. Okay. Now, let me show you how this question is going to look like. So highlight correct summary. In this section, you listen to a recording, you read 3 to 5 paragraphs and select the paragraph which is the best summary of the recording. So you're going to listen to an audio which is around 1 to 2 minutes long. There will be 3 or 4 paragraphs given to you, or 3 to 5 paragraphs given to you. You need to choose the paragraph which is the summary of the audio or which is matching to the audio. You do 2 to 3 of these items, you get minimum 2 questions, maximum 3 questions. It carries only 1 point per question, and when it gets converted to 90, it gives almost 1.5 points to listening, 1.5 points to reading, and 1.3 points to listening. Because clearly you are reading the paragraphs given, that is the reason why it is giving 1 point to your reading module as well. There is no negative marking in this task, which means even if you do not know the answer to the question, please don't leave it blank. Guess an option. You just need to click on an option. Just click on any option that you feel like and move on to the next question immediately. Do not waste too much time after the audio here. Now, in this task, the things to remember. You have an audio, you have paragraphs like this given which are pretty long, and you have to listen to an audio and then choose the paragraph which is matching to the audio. Now, as you can see, the paragraphs are a bit long. You won't be able to read it in detail while you listen to the audio itself. But the only thing that you can do here is in the exams, you don't have to play the audio. The audios will play automatically. But the audio starts playing once the question appears on the screen. Once these paragraphs appears on the screen, you have few seconds time before the audio begins. When I say few seconds, it is less than 10 seconds. So during that 10 seconds, what you can do is skim read as much as you could from these paragraphs. And the best way to choose your answer is to eliminate again. Say the same method that we used in your reading multiple choice single answer, reading multiple choice multiple answer. Wherever you have multiple choices given, it is easier to eliminate the wrong options rather than to find the correct option. So what you do is read through the paragraphs, and if you see any part of the paragraph that is not even included in the audio, you do not hear that information in the audio, then it is definitely wrong. If you see an information which is opposite to what is mentioned in the audio, then it is definitely wrong as well. So you can eliminate paragraphs with extra information, incorrect information, and choose the paragraph which is completely matching to the audio. If you're not able to find the answer by the end of the audio, what do? Don't leave it blank. Guess any random option. Use your common sense. Guess any random one. Move on to the next question immediately. Okay. So what you can do is you can read through these passages while I get the audio ready for you. Okay. So it's almost 10 seconds now. So I'm going to start playing the audio. So what you can do while you listen to the audio, look through the paragraphs and see if there is any paragraph with extra or incorrect information. So you can eliminate them and choose the one which is only having correct information, no extra information, only matching information. Ready? Oops, just a second. Ready.
Summary, page 139. 1.
I'd like you to think for a moment about your hands and all the things you can do with them. You can use them to write or to drive. You can thread a needle, play the drums, build a wall, and so on and so forth. They can be careful and precise. Think of someone doing eye surgery, for example. But they can also generate huge forces. And here you might think of the sports person throwing a discus or lifting a heavy weight. How is it possible for our hands to be so incredibly flexible? Well, it's all down to the extraordinary complexity of the bones, ligaments, nerves, and muscles that lie beneath the skin of our hands. There are, for example, 9 muscles alone controlling just one thumb. Some of these are anchored to bones within the hand, while others link to the arm.
Okay, so I hope all of you have decided your answer. So let's go through each option one by one. Option 1 says, what makes people unique compared to other creatures is their hands. They did not say that specifically. Their flexibility has allowed us to develop the manual skills that have made society what it is today. They do not say anything about building a society as well, but it's not wrong information. It's somehow related to what they mentioned in the audio. People should become more aware of the complicated anatomy of each of their hands. They never mentioned that. They did not say that people should be aware of the anatomy. So this is definitely extra information, which is somehow related to, it's almost similar, but the information is this exact information is not mentioned in the audio. So they did not say that people should become aware of the complicated anatomy, which is extra information, not wrong, extra information, which is not mentioned in the audio. So option A is definitely wrong. Option B, the thumb is a part of our hand which is most complicated in terms of the number of muscles. They never mentioned anything about thumb at all. It's not even mentioned in the audio. And they did not say that it is most complicated out of the other fingers. They have not mentioned that. This is also could be incorrect and definitely extra information, because I did not hear anything about thumb in the audio. Now, option C says, the amazing flexibility of human hand is truly remarkable. Not wrong, it's correct. It is a result of a complex anatomy lying under the skin of the hand. Also correct. It can be useful to study this anatomy if you want to learn how to use your hands more effectively for sporting or other purposes. This is not true, because the passage says that you need to learn anatomy to use your hands effectively, which is definitely wrong information and also wasn't mentioned in the audio. So even though 50% of option C is correct, the last 50% is, the second half is completely wrong. You don't have to study anatomy of your hands to use it effectively, which is definitely wrong. So C is also wrong. Now the last option, so we have only one left out. So D should be the answer, but we should double check if it has any extra or incorrect information. It says the human hand is extraordinarily flexible. Yes, they mentioned that. It enables a person to do a remarkable variety of things, some demanding great precision and others requiring considerable strength. Yes, of course, they gave a lot of examples like conducting surgeries and things like that. This is because of the complex structure of nerves, muscles, and ligaments that makes up hand. Perfect. This option D does not have any extra information, does not have any incorrect information. So best out of all the four is option 4. Okay. Now, I figured out my answer towards the end of the audio. So if you have noticed here, I have not taken down any notes. And I would suggest you to not to take down any notes here, because noting is not so useful in this particular task. Because if you try to write your notes while you're listening, it is actually shifting your focus from actually listening to the audio and understanding it to writing. So, and even when you do that, you have to take a little bit of extra time after the audio to match your notes with the passage, which is a lot of waste of your time as well. Because if you waste too much time after this question in this particular task after the audio, then you're going to run out of time for the important questions which is yet to come in your listening part 2, because you're the important questions, your highlighting correct words and write from dictation comes after this task. So if you take too much time here, you will be rushing there, or you will run out of time and you could end up with losing a lot of points from those components. So what you do here, the main thing to do during the 10 seconds initially that you get before the audio, make sure you skim read through the paragraph so that you have a rough idea of what they're going to talk about. When you listen to the audio, try to read through the passages and see if there is any incorrect or extra information, so you can eliminate them and narrow down to the one which has only correct information, no extra, no incorrect. If you're not able to find the answer by the end of the audio, or maximum within 5 to 6 seconds after the audio, click any and move on to the next question immediately, because this is not a highly scoring component, and it's not worth wasting your time, because you need time for the important questions, which are fill in the blanks, highlighting correct words, write from dictation in section 2, and section 1, of course, is also important. All right, so that's pretty much regarding highlight correct summary. So we have almost reached towards the end of almost all the components of PTE. We have done the most important ones first. So if you have missed out on those, make sure you watch those videos. So they carry a lot of points than these questions. Of course, this is also important, but not as important as them. So make sure you go through the videos, prepare yourself well, and most importantly, practice as much as possible, because only practice can help you improve your listening skills, your reading skills, your vocabulary, generally everything. So make sure you practice really hard. If you need any help in preparation, make sure to reach us on 0432-269-874. Again, Nimsha here from English Farm. Thank you. I'll see you again with another video really soon. Thank you.